brought to you by Toyota. We are here still at Base Camp 2 with the end of day 4. We are now over the hump. I got to get over the hump. That's right, it's Tuesday, but for the Rebels, it is Wednesday. It is hump day because we are now officially halfway through this rally.
I'll say there were lots of humps on course today, by the way. Both of us spent a little time on course today. How'd you find it?
Well, we kind of ended up on the next race for Snore, which is going to be coming through here for Southern Nevada off-road enthusiasts. And their course is all marked, and I was like, I am on race course right now in my giant Toyota Sequoia. This is fun. But, you know, like Emily had said this morning, tons of rain washouts. There were a few that I did not see, and we just boom, and then everything in the back of the truck goes, you know. So as you know, as drivers out there, they really needed to be looking far forward. We've got a very full mechanics pool tonight. It's going to be a late night over there for Nick and his buddies. As
expected, this whole area, and there was a lot of out-of-order CPs today, so it wasn't easy to follow tracks. There was also 8 different options to go basically the same direction today. So everyone I spoke to said today was by far the hardest day of the competition so far. Yes,
I think that when we go in tonight for dinner, it's either people are either going to be completely giddy and exhausted and laughing their butts off, or they're going to be very, very frustrated and not want to talk to anybody.
I've seen a few of those.
I have. We've seen both.
Fair number of flat tires also.
Yeah, maybe I got one too today.
I wasn't going to say it. I'll let you do it.
Yeah, it's fine. It's all good. So I think we've got some B-roll from the people from our on-time enduro today, which was very, very difficult, especially for the crossovers. It was pretty rough. They needed to keep it slow to take care of their vehicles, but then they really needed to go faster when they could so that they could catch up on their time. And if you look at some of the scores, especially in the crossover class, those scores really, really reflect that. So let's have a look.
Also, middle of the day, an on-time enduro in the middle of the day after you've been navigating, heading in distance all morning.
And some of the teams started in the morning. So some of the teams had their on-time enduro right as they got off the line, you know, going into the sun or coming around. So all of that can be really, really difficult to see. It can make it very difficult to see some of those ruts.
I got surprised by a couple today as well. Like, you're looking down the road and it's just perfectly brown.
Yeah,
and then when you can see down into the rut, it suddenly shows up.
Yeah, so right there, that's a relatively smooth spot. So if they had to slow down a lot for ruts, for rougher terrain, they need to take advantage of those smoother sections and really get back on the pace, which means your navigator needs to know exactly how far ahead or behind you are at every single moment. There's a lot of conversations going on, a lot of communication going on. And I mean, listen, from the outside, it just looks so easy and cool, but I guarantee you on the inside, those women are sweating bullets.
Red Canyon riders going by right there.
Yep.
Yeah, we were talking about how stressful can it be to drive, 30 miles an hour.
It's so stressful.
Well, pretty stressful.
So stressful.
Well, and it's today's on-time enduro, REC was worth 24 points.
Yeah.
That's more than a green.
Yes.
That's really, really valuable points.
Yeah, nobody got full points. I believe there were a few in the 4x4 class that got 23. In the crossover class, the highest score was an 18, and that was with Carrie Landau in the 204 Mountain Subi. And I think a lot of that has to do with how well her vehicle is prepared and the height that she has on that vehicle, which is a lot more than the other stock crossovers.
Yeah, a lot of the other X-Cross class cars, they have the lower bumper, the original bumper cover, and she's got that missing and a big bash panel there, so she's willing to stick the nose of that Subaru down into some hard hits.
Exactly. So, yeah, listen, an hour-long enduro, that means that in the morning you've got to do a lot of intervals. That means that you know exactly at each kilometer what your time should be. So in the morning, not only do you have to do the times for every single note, but then you need to go in between the notes and get those numbers for the intervals so that you're very, very clear on where you need to be at what time. And that's why you'll see 2 Terra trips. You might see 2 timers to have an overall and an incremental time. I mean, there's a lot of math going on there in the car. It's really crazy. But look, they got to go through Trona, which is my favorite place in California.
Trona Pinnacles are absolutely beautiful. There are a lot of basalt rises there. That's what Will tells me.
Oh,
with
yes,
geology
our geologist
degree.
here on campus.
It's just beautiful. A lot of people want to remember to go back camping there. And I would like to remind you, Trona was the site. You remember there was a big earthquake in Ridgecrest 2 years ago.
Yes.
Trona was the site closest to the epicenter, and all of their grocery stores and stuff ended up absolutely absolutely fractured across the front. I mean, they had to shut down school. Like, it was a really bad thing for Trona when the earthquake came through.
All right. Well, I haven't seen Katie for a while. I don't know where she is. I'm only assuming that she's out doing, like, getting an interview. So, Katie, what's going on? Where are you?
Where is she?
What is she doing? Why is she in that? Dude, that's the Renewable Innovations Rescue Vehicle BEV. That's supposed to go out and, like, if the EVs have a problem on course and the mech can't get to them to power them, that's what sends out. And why is she driving it?
I don't know.
I was supposed to drive that.
She does all the fun stuff. Look at her.
Oh,
big grin on her face.
That is crazy.
Oh, yikes. Look at Will trying not to fall out of there.
I know, right? So what's really cool about that is that they've got some batteries on board. They've got an inverter on board. So if one of the electric vehicles loses charge, then they can get out there to that vehicle and give them a level 1 charge. It's a slow charge. It's about 5 miles for every hour.
But often the underestimation for how far your battery's going to get you is in that 5 to 10 mile range.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you'd know to make. Oh, she's here.
Look at that. Now she's just bragging that she got to drive it.
Oh.
No, that we had a real emergency.
What was your point? Possibly could have been your real emergency.
The live show needs ice, and this is an emergency vehicle.
Did you get some ice?
We've got ice. We sorted. What time does the show start?
Well, we're on live right now.
Oh, see you on the line.
Oh, my gosh. I cannot understand how we are working with this woman.
I know, you've been talking all week about how much you wanted to drive that thing.
I know, and then she gets in it.
You see how casual she looked driving it?
I'm just in this, like, cool special ops vehicle, blah, blah, blah.
In the Katie world.
I know, and, like, Will doesn't even care.
All right, so if you missed it, this goes and can recharge an electric vehicle if the range was too short and it's stuck in a spot that we can't get to it otherwise. So it looks to me like a cool excuse to build something fun.
Yep. So I believe we've got some more footage from the really cool Trona Pinnacles. So let's take a look at some of this footage. Oh, my gosh. I love that so much. Look at how beautiful it is. You know what I'd really like to do? I would want to take my off-road car here. I want to take Buddy out here and go camping and do like a big photo shoot at Trona because it's just great. And, it's pretty difficult to navigate. There are roads that go through those pinnacles. You have to stay on the roads. This is not open OHV, but they're a myriad of those roads, and it's very difficult to know exactly where you are. Those pinnacles are tough to understand exactly what they are on the map.
Yeah, so there's 500 spires, some of them as high as 140 feet tall. This place is 28 miles east of Ridgecrest. It's here in the Mojave Desert. It's one of those places we're at, and we realize it's cool, but we don't have enough time to be present and just be there.
Yeah. It's been in a lot of commercials, a lot of movies. I know that Star Trek did a lot of filming here because, it really does look like another world.
I've got more facts for you. How about this?
Please.
The pinnacles were formed underwater.
What?
From 10,000 to 100,000 years ago when Searles Lake was one of a chain of interconnected Paleocene lakes stretching from Mono Lake to Death Valley.
I've learned so much today. I'm going to sleep so good. I've learned. Do I remember the things that I learned? No, but I do know that I have said that multiple times today, so I feel like I'm pretty good. And there we have Team 133.
I'll tell you what 133 looks like right now.
Yeah.
Not that.
133 unfortunately came in on the trailer, which is pretty darn bad. But our mechanics, of course, are going to get that fixed because, our mechanics are pretty rad. All right. Yeah. Listen, it's just so cool that anyone can come in here and drive in these roads. And I have to tell you, they're not difficult roads. There are some washouts here, but you could take a sedan through this and you could be fine as long as you were careful and probably as long as you had a spare tire. So don't let the thought that you need to have a 4-wheel drive vehicle keep you from coming to Trona. You can make it there. All right, and I am back here on the stage with one of my favorite people from Team 130. 130. I'm so confused because Sabrina Howells, sometimes you are in crossover.
I've only ever been in crossover. This is my first time in 4x4.
This is amazing.
My first time.
Now, Sabrina and I used to be teammates when we did the Gazelle Rally in Morocco. High five. I know. We were in that D-Max. Sabrina has seen me at my worst, and she's also seen me at my best, and I have done the same to you.
Yes, absolutely. We've smelled each other at our worst.
Many times.
Let's be honest.
So you've taken a break from the rally for a while.
It's been 2 years, I think, since my last rally. I was with Alyssa Ronick. We were for Kia. And now I'm back with Sarah Saxton, and she's great, and we're in her Tacoma, and it's been a couple of days.
Yeah.
Today was a day.
Yeah,
Today was a day.
We have some footage from the week, so maybe you can talk us through it and tell us just what you were thinking as you were making these choices.
Sure.
Ooh.
Yeah. Just go straight.
Yeah, just go straight.
Just keep going straight.
Just get your checkpoints and you'll win.
It's over there. It's over there. We almost have it. I see it. Get it. That's what I was saying.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And I'm sure 2 seconds later we got that checkpoint.
Now, did you guys accept the challenge today?
No, I graciously declined. I read it. I laughed. I gave a gesture to the rally officials.
That
what
was
kind
of gesture was that?
I don't know if I can do it on this
camera. Was it a single finger gesture?
It was a single. They are number one in my book.
Yeah.
And I called Sarah over, and we looked at it together. And again, we said thank you, but no thank you. We graciously decline your lovely offer.
Yes.
Oh.
So we've got some pretty easy roads today. Now, this was not today. Looks like it is from a couple of days ago when you guys were up closer to the pine forest up north.
Yeah, that was beautiful up there.
Yeah. Was that easier to navigate or a little bit more difficult?
Honestly, that was easier to navigate than today. Today was weirdly a huge challenge. I've also been sick for the last 3 days. So today's the first day I am kind of coming out of this crazy like sick haze, and I have a clear head. Which is crazy that today was probably our worst day. So I don't know what that says about me. Maybe I should navigate sick.
Yeah, maybe you should just continue getting sick, go lick a couple of door handles or something.
I do that all the time.
Yeah, well, that's true. That is part of your modus operandi.
Yeah, no, today we had 2 tire changes of the same tire because we tried to put the replacement tire on, only to find out after trying 3 times what is going on, that the lug nuts for the tire that Sarah bought aftermarket as our spare don't fit don't fit on the in like the wheel. So right now we had to put the flat back on, plug it up, air it up, and so an hour and a half later we're back on the road, timed out of all these checkpoints that were the easy ones we timed out of.
Yeah.
And now we're having the tire get put onto the other wheel so that we don't have that issue going forward.
Yeah. So the moral of that story is do practice tire change before you come out into the middle of the desert.
We have practiced it. We had the jack. We lifted it up. We just didn't put the other tire on. We're like, this is we don't have to take it off. We have this off. It's just you put it on and then just close it up. Great.
Right.
Yeah, we didn't do that.
No. Listen, I mean, I talk the talk, but listen, there are many things that I know I need to do in the driveway before I do it on the trail, and I haven't done them. So
real fun.
Well, listen, I have no idea where you guys are in the standings, but I know that you guys are doing your absolute best. You are always a delight. Hopefully we get to hear you and your singing voice and your travel guitar that we hauled all the way through Morocco.
Every time.
For 10 days.
Every time.
So that this one could have her guitar, but it was totally worth it.
It was really fun.
Yay.
I miss rallying with her. She's a great partner. So is Sarah Saxton.
That's true. And so is Rebecca Donaghy.
Yes.
Anyway, all right. I believe we have Katie Kunkel out with Drew Deckman. So let's see what she's got for us.
Okay, I'm so excited. I'm here with Drew Deckman. It's one of my favourite segments of the live show. And I normally come in and I find him in the kitchen and ask him what he's cooking for dinner. But this year, I was thinking I don't really like camping because I don't really like camp food. So I said, Drew, can you tell me how to cook tonight's meal while I'm camping? Go for it, Drew. What are we doing?
A little bit. Well, this is sort of what we're serving tonight. Tonight's barbecue night, which is a big favorite for everybody. And I had this beautiful squash on the truck. So, you get out there, and in here we've got, a full industrial kitchen. But when maybe if you're out camping, this grill is incredible. It closes up like a suitcase, and you can close it up with hot coals, put it in the back of your truck. Nothing happens.
You can close it with hot coals?
Close the vents. It's a sealed vessel and just done.
And are those okra?
That's okra, yeah. I'm from the South. You got to remember, I got to pull out all the stops when we do the barbecue. So.
And what did you marinate those ribs in?
Just some salt and pepper. Made some barbecue sauce and just kind of painted it with it. So we're grilling the okra so they don't get all icky and slimy like they do. So, I mean, you know, when you're camping, it doesn't always have to be dehydrated stuff out of a can, out of a bag. And first of all, you can't go to the bathroom for about a week when you eat that stuff. And then, you know, I mean, this stuff doesn't weigh that much. If you're backpacking, I mean, this weighs 25 pounds. You're not carrying this grill with you. But if you're overlanding or if you're, you know, out, you know, pitting for an off-road race or maybe you're on a marathon leg, this will fit in the back of a Rebelle car very easily.
This is the best. And honestly, when I competed in the Rebelle, was absolutely one of my favorite things. Thank you so much, Drew. Will and I are going to come back here periodically and check on our meal, and we might just sit down and have dinner with you.
We'll be ready when you come back.
Thanks so much, Drew. Always such a pleasure to talk to. Back to you, Emmy and Matthew.
Thank you so much, Katie. You know, we were talking earlier today that this was the day of the plot twist. Now, if you get it, like, I mean, they were plotting and it was like kind of a twisted thing because they got first of all, a map that didn't have a lot of detail. And then they also got a 60,000 scale map for which they do not have a scale ruler for, which means that they had to make their own ruler.
They had to recognize the scale and then make their own rulers.
Yes.
Speaking of, chatting with Team 107, April Leone and Thayer, April says she used the 100 scale ruler and then divided by 1.667 to get 60% of 100, and she found nothing. She found nothing, she says.
We've got Emily Miller explaining it to us, so let's roll that clip.
It's not the easiest thing.
Today is a really special day at the Rebelle because in true Emily Miller fashion, she has thrown an absolute navigation spanner into the works. Let's go find out exactly what she's done.
I gave them a map tools, they all use map tools. I give them a map that they don't make a 60,000 scale. So they'd be forced to actually do this. And so what I want to do is I want to take, let's say, between 30 minutes and 32 minutes, I wears 31 minutes.
So really at the end of the day, this isn't as complicated as it looks. You just have to be cool, calm and collected and understand that any of us can make a scale from a piece of paper at any time.
Absolutely.
Okay. Cool. So based on what Emily said, this sounds pretty simple. Let's go ask some normal people what they think about this.
Wow. All right. So each minute, 2, 4, 6, 8. So each minute is 1,000 meters? I don't know what it is. It sort of looks like the recipes that I give everybody. There's not much of a guide. It's like, just kind of just do that. They're giving them that.
Could you make a scale for that if you were like under pressure?
About 10 years ago, when I probably could have made a scale, but most
10 years ago, you could have done it.
Those skills have maybe left my brain.
It's probably going to be a whiteout map. It's a challenge. Let's go for it.
You feel like plotting?
Yeah. I mean,
Do you feel like risking it all?
How many hours do we have left? It's almost 3 o'clock.
I'm okay with turning in my map.
Yeah, let's do that.
Your little coloring maps.
There you are. Thank you.
Oh, okay.
Ready? Yep.
Oh, I love these! Oh, they're white! Yay!
There we go. Thank you very much. That's what I
Figured. Thank you.
Good luck.
This is bull crap.
Oh, snap.
I'm sorry, Dana.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Okay. Well, there is an issue here.
What ruler are you guys going to use?
We don't have the ruler to go with the map.
I might have one. Or we can make one. Make our own rulers. That's the whole point. She does that to us.
But you can make your own ruler.
Oh, you're kidding me.
Oh, my God.
Oh.
We love the things that just ring in our ears that Emily says. Shoot, Emily Miller. Here I am making my own ruler. 1, 2, 3.
It's a blank map with 3 checkpoints. And it's also not a scale that exists. So we have to make a scale first, then plot these, and drive to them with no features, which would just require taking headings and following those for a certain distance. We're in an OHV area, so we should be able to cross land to go find them.
That was like a cruel trick.
It was, but you know what? We need the points. So I'll take a cruel trick any day.
My mom told me not to say anything, but if I can say anything nice, I should
say anything at all.
No,
well,
I'm just kidding. Actually, this is kind of fun and exciting. It's gonna be interesting. We'll tell you at base camp how it goes. I think we are.
Wow.
Wow is right.
A lot. We're like putting on a smile, but like, holy shit. What are we going to do? You know, speaking of, we just saw Alex and Lily. They got 3 out of the 4.
Did they really?
Yeah.
Oh, good for them.
Also, Peg and Donna.
Peg and Donna, which is Tara-Lynn and Nina.
129. They got 3 of the 4 also.
Yeah, that's awesome. But, you know, we talked to a lot of people who also said, like, yes, we tried the challenge. We got the map. And it took them so long to make the ruler and figure out the plotting that they just timed out and they didn't have any time to actually go to get those checkpoints.
To get the checkpoints. Last one I chatted to about that team 131, Trista, the one you heard on the video say, I love white maps. She likes clean white maps. She loved it. She was so excited about it, but only found 1 of the 4.
Yeah. I mean, listen, the thing is that everybody, the top teams have all been here for so long. This is the 8th Rebelle Rally. Emily has to do something to make it difficult. The problem is that then it gets really difficult for the rookies. But this was an option, right? If you're a rookie, you could have decided to not try it.
Well, there's I and Carly there in the 2019 Toyota, part of our presented by Toyota crew.
And I know that we've been pushing a lot of these social comments, and I think we have some cool social comments that we can reply to because we love hearing from y'all. Love Laura and Britton Wanless. That's the whole point. Yeah, that was the whole point. You're right, Kirby. It was the whole freaking point.
I'll see the next one. Helena. LOL, Kendra. Mama's proud of you, not because of the nice words, because you took the challenge.
Oh,
rock on.
That's
cool.
Nice.
Fresh comments.
Oh, Kendra will be happy to hear that. All right, let's see. We got one more, I think, coming up here. Ladies need some good grub tonight. Yeah, I walked through there, and we already saw Drew cooking some barbecue, so food's going to be good. I think people are going to eat and go right to bed.
Yeah, for sure. All right, let's get it. It looks like Katie's actually ready to talk to some competitors instead of goofing off with the staff.
Oh,
Katie, what is happening down on the line?
I finally found some competitors, and one team here, Katie and Lisa, have done the challenge. Tell me how that went.
It was really tough. So the map they gave us has no topo lines, and it just has a couple of the major topo elements on it in terms of mountains and such, and it's just shadows. So you pretty much have to use the little bit of information they gave us. So I highlighted lightly the roads that were visible.
Nice.
Luckily, base camp was on there, so we were able to use that to triangulate. So you can see where we triangulated to find 24X. We were slightly off, but I think we were still within the step count to be within at least the second or third ring to still get some points. And then we went straight down to 25X to get the blue, and then came here because we were running out of time. So usually if we only have 30 minutes, 45 minutes or less, we're going to head straight here because you don't know exactly how long the transit's going to take, and you don't want to miss base camp or those final ones because they're given points. So.
And was it an easy decision for you to decide to take that challenge on, or did you have to debate a little?
I kind of made it for us, and I didn't even ask her. I just grabbed the maps and went and got them.
She just I was writing down the stuff at the checkpoint, and she's like, I'm going to go get the maps. I'm like, all right, go get the maps.
So I just went and got the maps. I didn't even look at the maps, but we also have an advantage a little bit because we competed last year, and we were out here in Spangler, and there's some pretty distinctive elements, train tracks, main roads here in base camp, and then we also did the training in Ridgecrest with the trials. And we actually started our enduro for the trials right down at the same exact spot that we did, but so the enduro was tough. We got turned around, and I think we got 2 out of the 4 time controls, but it was hard.
Well, you look. I can't say that. Naughty. These two had a blast. It's always a pleasure to talk to you, and we'll see you inside. It's rib night. It's barbecue night. Okay, back to you, Emmy and Matthew. I've got a Toyota team way down there that I'm going to run down and talk to in just a second.
Awesome. Thank you, Katie. You know, I love that Katie in the truck didn't even ask her driver. She just went and got the maps. I'd be like, really? Really?
Really?
Well, if you have been messing around on the RebelleRally.com website, you might have clicked at the top where it says promos, because we have so many cool things to give away from all of our partners. I mean, not only do we have a lot of discount codes, we also have a bunch of prizes that are up to $5,000 in value.
I'll tell you, looking down here, the Fox Trail Trust Patagonia jacket, all kinds of big items, Rapid SL pillow. I'm not sure if you've gone and priced a lot of the things on here, but you'll find that they're not cheap.
Yeah. I mean, you know, there are little tiny things, you know, like a little Yeti, which is awesome, but actually Yetis are pretty expensive these days, aren't they?
Well, and Chrissy contributed a 4-pack of the Ear Angels, the earplugs she designed that help some of the Rebels get some sleep when there's those snoring next to them.
That is true. Milwaukee small contractor bag. I mean, listen, you all need a place to put your Milwaukee tools. You got to get your Milwaukee Tour contract bag. So that is at RebelleRally.com/promos. Check that out. That will be there live until someone wins it.
Sometime when we're in Glamis.
Sometime when we're in Glamis. I'm not sure. But I think Katie is down with one of our Toyota teams. So, Katie, what is happening?
Good running there, Will. I'm here with I and Carly from Toyota. How are you ladies doing? How was the big challenge day for you?
It was a good day. It was challenging, but it was fun. We had a couple of ups and downs, but I think we're feeling pretty good.
Yeah, better than yesterday.
Now, we're just having a chat about making alliances and how they compete as a team, and they're like, we work for Toyota. We're going to help each other out, but we're not going to hold each other's hands. Tell me what you two do for Toyota.
I'm a CMF designer at Kelty Design. We're a design studio, Toyota design studio in North America.
And I'm a clay modeler, so I model 2D designs into 3D for car designers.
When I read that on your bios, I had to reread it. I'm like, a clay modeler? What does that even do? So you actually make clay model cars?
Yeah, so a lot of the designs that, all of the general appearances of cars are predetermined by 2D sketches. Then that's where the modelers come in to take the 2D into 3D. So.
What a cool job.
Yeah, it's challenging, but it's really fun. I really enjoy playing with the surfaces of things. So.
And we're talking a little bit about Toyota culture. What is it like to work for Toyota?
It's a wonderful working place. You know, like we get a lot of support from the company, and I think Toyota is a great company.
Yeah. And are there any teammates back in the office that you want to say hello to?
Hi everyone at Kelty. I don't know if you're watching us, but yeah, we're
they're having a great time, and they're really, really frightened to check their emails because there's going to be thousands of them. Thank you so much, ladies. See you inside. Back to you, Emmy and Matthew.
Thanks a lot, Katie. I chatted with iCarly. iCarly. It's both, I and Carly
I get it.
today. And I showed me her wristwatch again that she made out of the timer. It's the cutest thing. And I mean, she's a designer.
Yeah.
She comes up with cool things like that.
You know, I actually want to talk to them because the new 2024 Tacoma TRD Pro comes with these really cool, suspension seats that have these little shocks on the back of them. They're called isodynamic seats that help keep you more comfortable when you're going through the rough stuff. Now, I haven't tried them out yet, but it seems like a really, really cool little design element that might just click the Toyota Tacoma TRD Pro up above the rest of the competition in the midsize truck section. So
cool.
Let me drive the Tacoma, please.
With the iForce Max Hybrid,
right,
and the additional power and 8-speed transmission, I think you'll be hitting those bumps faster.
Yes, I would
than
like
before.
to try it, please. I would like to try. All right. Katie, who is still running around. I love her so much because it means that I just get to sit here and look pretty. Katie, what do you got?
Hi, guys. I'm here with Renee and Karen. They look really stoked with today.
Totally stoked.
How was it?
It was good.
Did you take the challenge?
Yeah, we did.
We did.
What did you feel about that map?
Well, we forgot that we learned how to make a ruler at one point, and then we couldn't remember. So we just kind of...
So we sort of winged it
and
started making stuff up, and then ended up just coming to base camp.
We did a little magic mapping and magic mathing, and then just base camp.
So when you go home, and if you ever watch the live show over a glass of wine, you'll see that when we asked Jimmy Lewis if he could do this challenge, he goes, yeah, I could make a scale 10 years ago. So, and then we heard Dana Saxton saying, everybody should know how to make a paper scale, imitating Emily. So we feel your pain, but you've always got smiling faces, and it looks like you both are still talking and that you had a great day.
Oh, we had a great day. I mean, we always have fun when we're together. We ran shy on talent today, for sure.
I told Dana we ran out of talent at breakfast.
We came rolling in on the same 4 tires that we rolled out on.
Mm-hmm.
And not everyone did.
Everything's working, and so we had a good day.
Yeah,
we got a few points along the way, too.
Shy on talent. I love that quote. I'm going to keep that one. Hey, go and get some gas and we'll see you inside. Let's pop over here and see how the 3 Bs are doing. Hey, boss. How you doing? The boss, the bulldozer, and Bernard. B3.
B3.
How was your day?
Hard. It was so hard. But we made it back.
I was just going to say, but here you are.
Yeah.
We also made our own X trails.
What does that mean?
I think we took the most difficult line possible to do a couple things. There was one hill that we climbed up, and then as soon as we got to the top, we realized we could have just taken the trail around.
But Bernard wanted to go there, right?
Bernard's got his own ideas.
Yep.
This sometimes happens. Let Bernard speak. Yeah. Hey, go and get some gas and we'll see you inside. Thank you so much. I'm going to head over to the mechanics bay, guys. So, Emmy and Matthew, what have you got?
Yeah, I'd love to chat about the mechanics. I did a quick pass through there before a lot of these vehicles even arrived. And I'll tell you, I could just quit a quick breakdown, a quick summary of what was happening when I went by.
A quick breakdown. I got it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pretty smart.
Annabelle and Cindy in truck 133, the Jeep, surprised themselves when they hit a washout today.
Yeah.
And it actually broke the front axle in half.
In half. Like, it is not cracked. It is broken.
Yeah. Kaboom.
Uh-huh.
So anyway, the mechanics are not shy whatsoever. They had it mostly apart when I was over there, but that's going to be something significant to repair. It'll either get welded or they'll come up with another one. Moving on, 201, the Honda at Soul Seekers, they have a rattle in the right rear. So they had the tire off, no big deal, right?
All right, cool.
But that rattle started immediately off the start line, and they were worried about it all day.
Oh, that sucks.
Avis, again, in here early in her Bronco in 101, had a code again, low power, wouldn't idle, but she just came by a second ago and says, I think it's fixed.
Yay!
So our crack team, we had Grace under the hood there, and Ryan figured that one out, hopefully. 129, Peg and Donna just pulled in for a little bit of checkup and figure out what the burning smell was. Let's see. Same thing with Kaylee and Bailey. We might see them for an interview in a little while. That might be it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, we also had a lot of flat tires today. One team came in here, Serena Pruitt, in number,
yes.
What is she? Sorry, it's totally escaping my mind. But they're in a Bronco Raptor. She came in with 2 flat tires at the same time. And when they looked at the rock, there was actually somebody's name on it because someone else, not in the rally, but somebody else got a flat tire on that, and they marked it with their name. So we don't approve of graffiti, but at least we know that Serena is not the only person. They are not the only team to get a flat tire right there.
Yikes! Yeah, she made it to 1 checkpoint this morning.
Yeah,
and has spent the rest of the day here dealing with tires and is having some tires shipped in.
Yeah, so we should see them tomorrow on the line, which will be awesome. But we have our famous roving reporter Nicole Dreon hanging out with Katie Kunkel. Let's hear the gossip.
Hey guys, yes, here with our favourite roving reporter. You couldn't hear what I just heard, but one of the vehicles in there had 2 blown out tyres, and the rock that took the 2 tyres had someone else's name on it that had also had a puncture. How crazy is that?
Oh my goodness, Katie, I heard it was really rough out there today.
So what have you got for us? Some of your secret nuggets to help us dig a little deeper on these teams?
I do have some secret nuggets here, Katie. I'd like to talk about the team of Eva and Azure in the 2001 Land Cruiser. One of the things that intrigued me about this team when I read their bios came from Azure when she said what motivated her to do the Rebelle this year was after she had to caretake for someone with dementia. She realized how important it is to continually develop new neural pathways. And I think what people don't realize about the Rebelle is how much you're using your brain all the time. There's math, the navigation, and a lot of decision making. So I found that really, really interesting.
That's cool.
Yeah.
As a daughter of a father with dementia, I totally get that. And to keep your brain going and doing this kind of navigation and neural pathway development, it's really cool.
Yeah.
And who else have you got from that team?
Oh, very cool. We just learned about Eva. We didn't know we had a reality TV star in our midst here, Katie. I heard you heard a little bit about the reality TV show she was on.
Well, Will shoots Naked and Afraid.
Oh, Will shoots Naked and Afraid. I mean, have you ever been naked and afraid, Katie?
No, Will. Have you ever been naked and afraid?
I think he has. He's nodding his head. Yes.
He's nodding the camera.
Yes.
Okay, moving right along to the next team.
Well, our next team is Shannon and Nancy and the 2004 Lexus GX 470.
Off-grid.
Yes, off-grid. They were brought together by their love of this car. Shannon's father was a mechanic. Growing up, she was always around cars and at car shows. You can see their car because it's super bright pink. And I love this quote from Shannon. She talks about, I wanted something that was unapologetically in-your-face girly. And her team,
the backwards Barbies, right?
Yeah, the backwards Barbie. I love them. And Nancy ended up getting into the off-road world when she moved off-grid, and she realized in order to get to her house, she actually had to have a really good four-wheel driving skills to even go get some milk. So she is here. This is really her daily driver. She needs to learn how to drive to reach her off-grid house.
Well, and that's a great segue because this is what the Rebelle Rally is all about. The car in your driveway is a lot more capable than you think, which is why so many of these women have vehicles that they've actually brought from home. Not everyone on the Rebelle Rally is driving in an OEM or a sponsored vehicle. We have tons of privateers. Okay, now we're going to go to Matthew. Thank you so much, Nicole. Always awesome to talk to you.
Yes.
All right. Thank you, Nicole, a roving reporter, and Katie. I'm standing here with Team 202. It's Kaylee and Bailey in the Mustang Mach-E. It's been the subject of lots of photos and excitement. It's a really cool vehicle to see here on site. It was a pretty rough day today. Bailey, as driver, how did you find driving something maybe not designed for this much off-roading? How was that for you off-road today?
Actually, it was a very exciting day. I haven't been in that car very much, but it's been exceeding a lot of expectations this rally. It's been doing really well. It's got a very low ground clearance, but today out here in this terrain, it did very well.
I'm told that it's got low ground clearance, but you had it in your shop and you fabricated some support for that underneath. Tell us quickly about that.
Yeah. I had a lot of help from my Uncle Nick, Matt Taylor, and my husband Brian. They helped build a 3/8 thick aluminum skid plate for it, and I don't think it would have gotten through this rally without it.
Okay, so you can just kind of surf over things if you have to.
Yeah.
So last question about the driving right now. This thing is 650 foot-pounds and 480 horsepower, and some of these roads look pretty smooth and quick.
Yeah.
How is it to make yourself wait and work with Kaylee about how fast she can navigate, so how fast you can drive?
No, the enduros have been super fun every morning. You can just whip that thing in any turn possible, and it's so much fun to drive.
I love it. Kaylee, this is, I believe it's your first time in X-Cross. Is that correct?
That's right.
Yeah. Yes. How are you finding X-Cross?
Bumpy. A lot bumpier than
than a massive Jeep.
Before, yeah. The course is definitely different. We have to make a lot more decisions than I'm used to, of like dropping checkpoints, skipping checkpoints, because we know that we're going to have to take a little longer on the trails. But otherwise, we're still seeing all the 4x4s out there. We're sharing a lot of the same checkpoints, so not that much different, I don't think.
So Kaylee, 2-time winner of the Rebelle early on.
3-time.
Hi?
3-time.
3 times, sorry. Clearly not going to let me forget that. Working with Bailey. Bailey, is your second
This will be my third
Third?
Rebelle.
Okay, awesome. Great. Good job, Johnson. Tell me, how much time were you able to spend together before this event to kind of know how to work together?
0.
I'd be some answer like that. So how's that going?
It's fine. Thankfully, we actually did know each other personally,
yeah.
so we both knew that we would get along fine, which is a big deal on this rally. And we both were experienced, so we just are putting our best foot forward every day. But
I love it.
It doesn't seem to be too much of an issue. Of course, getting seat time together is always nice, but we just didn't have that. So.
Well, I know there's a lot of future Rebelles watching at home, and I'd like to let you know one of the things you're using maybe as an excuse to, I can't do that yet, is Bailey, how old's your kiddo?
She's 2.5.
She's 2.5. Kaylee, how old's yours?
2.5.
2.5. And when did you find out about this kiddo you were going to have?
In the 2020 rally, I found out on the rally that I was pregnant with him. So first boy on the podium would be my son.
I love it. You guys smiling today. I know you've got a lot on your plate trying to hustle that Mustang Mach-E around. We're obviously eyes glued to the X-Cross leaderboard. Enjoyed always chatting with you. We'll see you tomorrow and check in soon.
Okay.
Thanks, Matt.
Thanks, Matt.
Cool. Nice one. Thanks, y'all. Make it easy, right?
Hi, I'm here with Lisa and Sue, and they ended their day with the question, are we still friends? So we're having a little session here. We've all got a little closer. Come in a little closer. So I understand that the X checkpoint...
Here, let's do what the truck did the other day.
Oh, there we go. You just said hell no. So let's talk about your whole day and the vibe in the car, and I'm glad you're still friends, really.
There were some tears.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, hell yes.
Did you make her cry?
No.
Did you make her cry?
No. It's I cry. I cry
Almost on cue. It's amazing.
Yeah. Why?
I think it was tense. We were trying so hard, and we were getting the right headings and everything, and we just weren't finding what we were looking for. So we ended up bailing on this section, said, well, let's save some time. Went to another section and kind of got our greens that we needed to, did an epic enduro. That was highlight of the day, absolute highlight.
Cool. So there was some highlight.
Yeah, absolutely.
The enduro was, and seeing Trona again.
Yeah.
Oh, so there's some magic.
Yeah, there was great things. So when she said, are we still friends, when we were pulling into the line, and I went, don't be a bad word.
Oh my God, you two
And
are
it doesn't
amazing.
start with a B and end with an H. It's a totally different bad word.
Now I want to hear about your strategy not taking the X, the challenge.
We don't gamble during the rally. We go to Vegas after.
Yeah. We were not taking the chance after the day we had today with a 200 map. We're like, no, no.
We talked about it. We said, it's a crapshoot. And I said, we've got this beautiful 50,000 map that we can get to our checkpoints. We turn it in, we don't know what we're going to get.
Oh my God.
And the fear was that they're going to give us a 200,000. We went, nope.
I mean, I love this. We've got this beautiful 50,000 map, and hell no, we're not trading it in. Thank you so much. That's a good story. I love it when people make bold decisions. Yeah. Well done.
Oh, we knew. Solid.
Bye-bye. We'll see you soon. Let's have a quick chat over here to Cosmo, ladies. I haven't ducked my head in. It's always a bit scary when the window's up and we are live.
We're chatting.
Are we talking about those 100 million emails that you've got waiting for you?
Always, at least 100 million.
Recapping
Our crazy day.
Can you recap with us? Would you mind?
Oh my God, yeah. So we were just saying, this was our longest enduro we've ever done as a team. We got it, but we were slow on time, and we finally saw at the last waypoint. And we were making, it was right around a turn, and we were maybe 10 something seconds out from just getting there, and I was like, punch it right around the turn. So we punched it right around the turn, and Mara she went to her drifting school experience literally paid off.
In the pink Cosmo vehicle.
We Tokyo drifted to the last checkpoint.
We definitely sent the tail out a little bit on.
Did you make it?
We're not
we
sure.
are not sure yet,
Not
but
sure.
but we fully
It felt like it was slow-mo.
Sent it around the whole corner.
Yeah, it was like one of those slow-mo moments where everything kind of is just moving in half speed.
Out there, thank you for the drift lessons, because that's where I picked up a lot of my skill from.
A moment you'll never forget on the Rebelle, and I bet for that 20 minutes you were not thinking about work. You were flow state legit.
We were fully focused, and when we got to the final stop, we were crying so hard because it was just so funny.
Laugh crying. I love that. Okay, this is a great story. I'm going to send it back to Matthew and Emmy now. I'm so glad I had you wind your window down. See you inside. Bye. Laugh crying. Today's a laugh crying day. Back to you, Emmy and Matthew. Are you laugh crying?
When there's nothing left to do?
Yeah, either laugh or cry. Yeah. You know what? Just extremes all
and
the time.
Some days are so extreme on both ends. You're doing both.
I know. Emily Miller always says to ride the middle, but sometimes that's really hard. And today was a hard day to ride the middle, for sure.
Yeah, Sue and Liza there, just hearing them, like just dealing with each other. That's really generous of them to share their experience like that with us.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, I believe we have a short commercial message for y'all, and we will be back momentarily.
Toyota trucks. Let's go places.
My proudest achievements would be the fact that I did compete and challenge myself in the Rebelle. It was my rookie year, first time doing it. I mean, it's 8 grueling days. There's no GPS. You can't use your phone. You have no contact. So for me to do all of that was pretty darn cool. This, I feel like I am more passionate about, and I have it in my heart because it's something that my family holds dear to them as well. It really helps that I have, people supporting me along the way.
The Rebelle Rally is the longest competitive off-road navigation rally in the U.S. It is remote, unique, and extremely challenging. When we launched the Rebelle, we needed a robust, multi-function tracking system to serve as the backbone for course and safety operations. Unique to the Rebelle, it also has to interface directly with our real-time scoring system. The tracker must be reliable, durable, and never fail, combined with superior customer support. We chose Iridium-based YB tracking. It's the best product and the most experienced people. YB tracking has been a critical component of our safety and success since day one.
Welcome back to Rebelle Rally Live, presented by Toyota. We've been talking about the mechanics and a tough day today for a lot of vehicles. Those third teammates got a blistering today.
Yeah, they got a beat down.
We're going to go check in with Katie over at the mechanics.
So I'm here and Rebecca just goes, "What's that?" And I was like, "It's a team effort," because it was a team effort. Will and I even getting here, we had to swap all of our equipment because mine wasn't working. So we're having a Moza, we call it in New Zealand. How it's too long to get into.
Because that's what we had today.
Oh, okay. So we all had a Moza.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Yeah,
How was your Moza? How did it develop?
It was tough. I always find we have a lot of checkpoints and we have to pick and choose, and so it's always hard to let some of those go. But I had a lot of fun with the challenge at the end that they did, and swapping that and making a ruler and really having a new twist to that, to the rally, was a lot of fun today.
Lots of people thought that was a bit rude.
It was
rude.
Would it be the Rebelle if they weren't a little rude sometimes?
I have to tell you that we've lost complete trust in Emily Miller because we now check we do the blues as if they're blacks, but now we are paranoid and we're like, oh no, this is spot on. But then we'll still walk like a 300-meter radius around it just to make sure.
Now, why are you here? Not at dinner.
I on the way up, we did some really crazy climbs today because rather than go around things, we went over them and it was fun. Had some great driving, but I took a rock on the right side and dug a little bit of the sidewall out all the way down to the radial. So I went ahead and it held. These are Falcons. They were amazing. And it held, but I wanted to change it for the spare so that we have that one as an emergency backup.
Nice. Yeah. Well, you look pretty cheery for someone hanging out here in the mechanics department.
Yeah, we're done. We're about to do it. For a team that blew it 9 kilometers into the day. We're feeling good.
Oh, wait, did I see that? Did something happen earlier in the piece?
Yeah.
Emmy was a little worried about you?
We messed up the enduro.
We
took a wrong turn.
We missed a turn. We missed a direction, and then we got back onto the enduro, and I tried to make up time, but it's really hard to make up time when you have rutted out roads and stuff.
That on the last checkpoint, or the last waypoint, you were only 30 seconds up, so...
Okay, I'm actually seeing this as a...
We were like 6 minutes off. No, 10. I think we were... I don't know what we were.
This feels like a bit of a comeback to me.
Yeah, I feel good. I mean, that's what we do. We do things where we drop ourselves as low as we possibly can, and then we can have a comeback.
Pick ourselves up.
Teamwork. I love it. We made it. Okay, back to you, Emmy and Matthew. I'm going to find someone else to talk to in the mechanics bay.
How, Emmy, does that make you feel watching Becca go through that? And
honestly, like, it gives me a little bit of FOMO because, you know, every team has had bad days. And both Sedona and Rebecca are so good at just seeing the positive in everything and making sure, you know, we're all here because we want to have a good time. That is the first thing. You want to have a good time. And they're having a good time over there, even though they're in the mechanics bay.
Let's have a look, a little bit of social interaction here. Sharon says, amazing job today, Sandra and Myra. You guys are rocking it. Everyone's rooting for you guys from back home, number 182.
Yay. That's
awesome.
So cool. Let's go 205. Sedona and Rebecca. Jacqueline Clay. Yes, we always say let's go Sedona and Rebecca. Oh, how can you tell if a team took the challenge today? So you can tell if they have a score next to an X checkpoint towards the end of the day. However, keep in mind that some of the teams took the challenge but then didn't have time to actually go get those checkpoints. So you might have to wait until they get home.
So that last section, maybe 5 X checkpoints. If you see numbers under those, and that's what they were going for. Or if you see a whole bunch of blanks in the latter half of the day, they probably went for them and it didn't work out so well.
Yeah.
Leanne, so fun watching and cheering on our niece and her teammate, number 139. You got this, ladies.
Yeah, buddy.
She's talking about, Mandy and Alex. Oh, of course.
Good. That's awesome.
Yeah, in the Privateer Rivian.
So we love seeing your guys' comments. If you can do us a favor and like and share all of our live shows here on Facebook, if you tag the names of your favorite team, that will then get shared to their friends and we can bring more people in. Give us a comment if you're watching on YouTube. Give us a thumbs up and give us a comment there. You can tweet it. You can Blue Sky it. You can Instagram it. Like, there's so many ways we can get this out.
What's Blue Sky?
Blue Sky is like a Twitter alternative.
Oh, great.
Oh,
okay.
gosh. You got to get on Blue Sky.
All right. Katie is with 118. Let's jump down to Katie.
I'm here with 118. And we've got some action going on in here. Hey.
Oh, sorry.
No rush. Can you tell us what's going on and how your day was?
Oh, well, the first half of my day was actually great. We had a lot of fun. And then on the enduro, halfway through, we made a wrong turn and ended up some sand, and then way too hard turn onto the pavement, and I snapped a CV axle. So I came into the mechanics earlier after that, and they thought it was the steering rack. I came in and they thought it was a steering rack, and they sent me back out because they're like, it's going to be okay. So I actually went back out, and my partner and I got a couple of points, and then we came back, and because Marathon's coming up tomorrow, we wanted to make sure, because it's still clicking really bad when you're turning the steering wheel. And
well, nice move coming back in for a double check for Marathon.
Yeah. So, yeah, good, because...
Catch what's going on here behind you, Will. And then, thank you very much.
Luckily, I brought the part with me, so...
Oh, and she brought the part with her. God, see, being prepared is always good. Now, let's have a little squizzle over here at what Sabrina's up to. What's going on here, ladies?
We're trying to strap these tires in because we got a flat yesterday going through 18X. Thank you so much, Emily Miller. And it was a slow leak, which we didn't discover until after trying to get one black checkpoint in Trona, and then we changed the tire with a beautiful new spare that she purchased, only to find out as we're putting it on, the lug nuts didn't fit the wheel that they sent us, that they gave us, that came with the tire. We tried 3 times until we realized,
I hate it when that happens.
Yeah. So then we had to plug the flat, we basically changed our tire 4 times today. So now these beautiful men just switched out the wheel with the tire so that we have a good tire in the front. And now we're just trying to fit everything here.
I'm just so stoked Sabrina's back. Like, I know you've been feeling a little low and sickly, right? And now she's on fire. Oh, we're getting, what's going on? What's she doing?
Hold on. The side got unhooked. Yes.
Oh, they're just trying to tie the tire down. Hey, Emmy and Matthew, back to you. I'm going to get back on the line where I belong.
Thank you so much, Katie. The mechanics are certainly going to be busy tonight. I need to get my butt over there and change my tire on the Sequoia because right now it is just plugged and at 26 PSI.
What an exciting day, as expected, and we knew the mechanics would be busy tonight. Luckily, all of it looks repairable, even 133, broken front axle. This is a major issue in most cases, but Nick with the Milwaukee Tools and the Crack team over there are going to get it knocked out.
Yep, I cannot wait. So we will see what happens tomorrow on the starting line. We've got a show for you, as always, at 6:45 a.m. That will be the start of day 5. It is the start of another marathon leg. They're going to be going to some really cool places tomorrow, so we should have some really awesome videos that we can bring to you guys at the end. But for right now, we're going to go out to a pretty cool slideshow, some of the best, most exciting photos that have been taken here at the Rebelle Rally with some of our crack photographers.
Thank you so much for joining us today. Remember, like and share, help us spread the word, find us some more viewers we can chat to and entertain each evening.
Yay! This has been Rebelle Rally Live, presented by Toyota. We'll see you tomorrow morning bright and early.